Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are going to do a full moon and Capricorn reading. We have this full moon coming up on July 10th. So I'm really excited about it. I have like 4 Capricorn placements. I love my Capricorns. And with this full moon in Capricorn, the thing that I connected to the most was like realizing you're worthy, you're capable, you're able, you're successful all on your own. Recognizing that you don't need the external validation, you don't need a certain amount of money in your bank account or a certain position or a certain amount of success in order to embody that energy, right? And sometimes, well, most of the time, honestly, embodying that energy is exactly what you need to get your physical reality to change how you want it, rather than waiting for that change to embody the energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's all about what success means for you, allowing yourself to explore that, go towards that. And with it also being Cancer season right now, it's not only about like your financial security or your what is the word? Hold on. Your like your it's like the what's the word? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll remember it later, but it's like your status, almost like that. Like it's not just about your status, your money, your material things, stuff like that. It's not just about how hard you're working and how motivated you are, but it's also about what brings you that emotional fulfillment as well. You know, for some people success means, having all the money. For others it means, as long as I have food and a roof over my head, it's more important to me to spend time with friends, family, or to travel, or to be able to have time for certain hobbies and things like that. So I just feel like this full moon is really inviting us to look at our success in our work and seeing if what we're putting into it actually makes us happy, and if we need to reevaluate the approach or make more time for other aspects of success as well. So let's get into it. What I like to do with the Moonology deck here, I like to find our full moon card and see what cards are surrounding it. To me, that just gives us an energy and lets us know what to expect, what's going on. So let's find that full moon in Capricorn. Oh, that's Virgo. Oh, that's Taurus. Oh, wait. No. Okay. There it is. Alrighty. Let's see what we got going on. And I will also read out of the book for this full moon card. Okay, so we have the full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Absolutely. Okay, I like it. And then it's surrounded by 2 new moon cards. New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Aries, it's time to take action. I love it. So it just feels like we're moving forward with more confidence in our success, right? We're not moving in a way that is, like we have to earn our keep or prove our worthiness. That's not the energy anymore. The energy is moving with faith and trust. Not feeling like you have to prove yourself, but recognizing that just the fact that you have a certain dream, a certain goal is enough. And it's like it wouldn't have popped into your head if you weren't meant to live it out, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't your purpose. So instead of trying to justify our worthiness to go towards certain goals, we're recognizing that, hey, it happened and came towards me for a reason, so who am I to question it? That's what it feels like. It feels like we have so much faith and trust and we're ready to move forward. Okay, gorgeous. So let's read out of the book, The End of a Tough Cycle with this full moon in Capricorn. Gorgeous. Okay. All right, so the end of a tough cycle approaches, and then we have this on page 86, which makes 14, which makes 5. And 5s are all about change and transformation. So what's beautiful about this, I feel like it is going to be a very beautiful, significant shift, but just because it's a necessary change doesn't mean it's not uncomfortable, right? especially for those of us that are used to getting validation and praise for hard work, for not giving ourselves time to rest, and, always taking on the most. Allow yourself to understand that the shift is necessary, but it doesn't mean you're not going to be where you want to be. It doesn't mean you're not going to be successful, or you're not worthy, or that somebody's going to be mad at you. You know what I mean? You don't have to sacrifice yourself for your goals, for validation. Never. That doesn't have to happen. And if things don't come your way because you choose yourself or choose a new approach, it means it wasn't meant for you, and that's okay. All right, let's get into it. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches with this full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. And it says, attune to the moon, release control, and trust the universe. Additional meanings for this card. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. So I like that. It really does feel like it's a mix of, putting in the effort, right? It's time to take action. So part of this is about what effort, what energy, what are you doing to create the life you want, right? You could be on one end of the spectrum where you're doing too much and you're not giving yourself enough rest and you need to balance your work and your personal life. Or you could be on the other end of the spectrum where you have all these goals, these dreams, these ambitions, but you're not putting in the work to make it come true. So I feel like this full moon in Capricorn, especially during Cancer season, is really inviting us to have that balance, right? Putting in the effort you need to put in, and also having time for yourself, for your loved ones, the things that bring you joy outside of your work and your purpose or whatever. I like it. And also with the faith, with prosperity lies ahead, having faith that the work you're putting in, the energy you're putting in is going to pay off. You know what I mean? There's no need to overwork yourself or be too stubborn on something. And there's also no need to totally release something to the universe because you have to co-create it with the universe, right? So I like it. I like it. All right. The teaching. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. I like that. I like that a lot. So it's not about letting your fears get the best of you or having a fearful approach to your professional or personal goals. It's about having faith that the universe is supporting you and protecting you, and recognizing that the energy you put into it, the work, the effort, just the fact that you're putting in anything is beautiful and enough. I like it. I like it. I feel like this incense keeps going out, and it does, and that's annoying. I don't like that. Maybe because it's like ripped up right here. You guys see that? I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna try to relight it. Oh, we got some incense on the table. I just like having incense going for us, Let's participate. Incense in the reading. I'm just gonna let that burn like that for a minute. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this stuff up here. Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna move this over. It's kind of in my way. Oh, adjustment. Okay. Go ahead and close that. Here, I like. Let's see. Let's put this here. All right. Let's get into it. Here. Well. Oh, welcome to Aviana's Ascension, where I don't know how to work anything, but I try my best. That's all I can do. Okay, there we go. Moving on. Alrighty. So we're going to get into the glow in the dark deck here. This is going to just kind of talk about our shadow self and the parts of us that may be struggling with this full moon energy, the parts of us that are coming out to be acknowledged. We'll see what's going on. Okay, bottom of the deck, overall energy. Okay, we've got the devil. This is cool though, because this is Capricorn's energy. So this lets me know this moon is coming in hot and heavy. Okay, the energy is going to be very strong, very impactful. And with this card, it talks about your fears, subconscious doubts, blocks, your limiting beliefs that keep you held back because you give your power to them. Nothing can keep you held back if you don't allow it, right? We have the Knight of Wands. So it's time to time to take action with the Aries energy. And this is your fire energy as well. So it's definitely time to take action towards your passion, towards the things that light you up. Just allowing yourself to be a little bit more impulsive and not letting that fear or the overthinking keep you held back. Yeah, King of Swords. Recognizing your truth, your worth, your value, what matters to you. And know that no one else has to agree with that, right? People could think online that I'm the worst tarot reader in the world. That wouldn't make me stop. I would still keep going. You know what I mean? And I'm petty like that, right? Like I don't care if you don't believe in me, that makes me even happier because it makes me want to do it even more. You know, that's the energy we need to have with this. And sometimes you got to check yourself with that, right? It makes me think of that one post that I saw recently that it's like, you know, the voice in your head has a lot of confidence for someone who literally only makes fun of you all day. You know what I mean? So like if someone else spent all their time just talking down on you or speaking negativity into your dreams and goals, you wouldn't like give that person so much of your energy. You'd be like, that's embarrassing. Stop. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? So whenever you feel like the devil, the doubts, the fears, the negativity is getting the best of you, remind yourself who you are and regain that confidence to move forward. So yeah, King of Wands. It's definitely time to, you know, remember who you are. Remember that you are the boss. You are capable. You are able. You are ready to go at any time. The only thing stopping you is you. Yeah, there's the Lovers and the Four of Wands with Temperance. So there's definitely going to be a lot of harmony and peace that comes in. Definitely during relationships, family energy. It looks very, very positive. There could be certain people that could help you with your goals or whatever it is you're working towards, but allow yourself to also, you know, not just fear, not just like, you know, this is my goal and this is what I want to be, but also allowing love and fulfillment and happiness and people that you can trust. Let them help you, let them in, because you don't have to do it all by yourself either. And that's another thing. Sometimes we think if we ask for help, we're not as worthy, and that's just not the case, you know? All right, so let's get some messages. Let's see what's going on. How is this full moon going to impact the collective? Please and thank you. Let's see, what do we got? Okay. All right, so we have the Fool, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. I love it. So we have Aquarius and Aries energy with the Fool. Some of you guys may be in Aries, or maybe you planted some seeds back in Aries season that are going to blossom right now. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles. That's that Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So again, this is going to be a very strong, powerful time. And this is inviting us to just let it all go, lean into our faith, into our trust, and have fun when it comes to going towards our fulfillment, filling our cups, and doing what makes us happy. This is a joyous time. But I think the challenge is going to be letting go and leaning into faith rather than fear. With the Fool and the Page, and look, there's two more kids right there. These two cards are like your children, or your just someone that doesn't have as much experience, right? So whenever we go towards things, whether it's something out of a comfort zone or just something you've never experienced before, of course it's uncomfortable. That makes sense. But don't let the fear of the unknown or the lack of experience keep you stuck, because you're going towards something that brings you a lot of happiness and joy and emotional fulfillment. I love it. This is exciting. It's time to just, throw your fears out the window and allow yourself to go towards new horizons, new experiences, and be okay with the fact that, there's going to be some learning curves, but have joy in those learning curves. Understand that it is such a gift to be able to be on this earth and to be able to learn, explore, make mistakes, and learn some more. Okay. I think this full moon in Capricorn, another aspect of it is enjoying the unfolding of it all, right? It's not just about one goal to the next, but that in between space. Have fun with that. That's what we're here to do, is experience, learn, and grow, and let it be a fun situation. All right, yeah, let's keep it moving and grooving. I like it. I like this energy a lot. Because it's just time for a new start. It's time to have more fun and more faith in your new beginnings. Oh, I love it. We have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I definitely feel like this is like a perfect blend of that Cancer season energy and this full moon in Capricorn. Because again, we have our Earth and then the Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we're going towards new horizons, new opportunities, planting seeds, but we're doing so with love, with faith, with excitement. He's got his little helmet shield up, meaning he's going towards something with peace in his heart. He's not looking for a fight. He's not looking to do the most and be the baddest and be number one. This is an energy of going towards new beginnings that make your heart full, and allowing that vulnerability and that emotional aspect to be there, as well as that financial or work ethic mentality. It's a beautiful blending of both. And this is the approach that happens when you lean into faith, when you have trust that what you're doing is what you're meant to be doing. And the universe is always going to support you on this journey. You don't have to overwork. You don't have to, overcompensate or, sacrifice yourself or other aspects of your life to make this happen when you have that faith. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Yeah, see, there's going to be so much happiness and fulfillment with these new chapters. And there's an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's just going to be a new energy when it comes to your soul fulfillment, your passion, your purpose, and the success that you tie to it. I like it. All right, the High Priestess coming out all by her lonesome. This is Pisces energy. So yeah, this is a beautiful blend of intuition, of faith, of going within for that guidance. I feel like a big adjustment, a big shift is no longer looking to the external for that validation, but asking yourself, what's the approach that I want to have? What do I want to work on today? Let me be present in this day, because I can't control the future. So I'm going to allow the universe to, I'm going to allow things to unfold in divine timing. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to allow my intuition to guide me every day of my life to go towards what I want to work on, what feels good for me on this day. Maybe one day it's resting. Maybe one day it's working 12 hours one day. But allowing your intuition, your connection to your soul, your higher self, be that guide, and trusting with complete faith what you feel guided to do that day. That's it. I love it. I love it. Because it's about time. Especially because, I live in America, and it is our society praises people for overworking and putting their happiness, their goals their fulfillment on the back burner until they retire at like 65 if you're lucky. You know, like who wants to live like that? Not me, right? And my job here is to show you that it doesn't have to be a luxury to allow your intuition to guide you. It's not. It's our natural way of being. But sometimes our cultural conditioning has us thinking otherwise. Let's keep it moving and grooving. I love saying that. Let's keep it moving and grooving. I say it all the time in all my readings. I also feel like with the High Priestess, it may be time to tap into our feminine energy when it comes to our success and our work ethic, right? Our feminine energy, because we all have masculine and feminine. It doesn't matter how you identify or any of that. But the feminine energy within you is your energy that you attract with, okay? The masculine is going out, making things happen, forcing, controlling. But your feminine just sits back and receives, allows things to come to her. So I feel like tapping into your feminine energy when it comes to your goals, your work, whatever, will allow it to come in with more ease. Part of this work is unlearning and learning the different approaches that actually do and don't work for you. We have the Magician here. I love it. So yeah, this is recognizing that you already have everything you need, right? You've got your sword, you've got your cup, your pinnacle, your wand, you've got your little candle, as above, so below. The universe always working with you. Recognize that the universe supports you so much that you don't have to beg, borrow, steal ever. You know what I mean? Like, you have so much support, so much undeniable support that you should never question your capability. This makes me think of when I got a tarot reading years ago from my favorite tarot reader, Queen Cup on YouTube. If you haven't checked her out, definitely check her out. She's phenomenal. But I got a reading from her, and I asked her, is my business going to be successful in regards to, my tarot and stuff? And mind you, I didn't even have it called Aviana's Ascension, didn't have business cards, none of that at the time. But I asked her that, and she said, don't you ask me something like that. What a waste of a reading. I'm not going to do a reading about that. The fact that you want to do it, you've put your energy into it, you've got a business you're starting that most people haven't even started a business by your age. So that's irrelevant. I'm not doing a reading about that. And that was so real of her. You know what I mean? Like, recognizing that the fact that it came down to you in this physical body as a thought is enough proof, okay? The universe will never set you up for failure. The universe does not work like that, okay? The only thing that can set you up for failure is that ego and that doubt and that fear. So recognize that you've got all you need. You're as powerful as you could ever be. If it wasn't meant to come to you, it wouldn't have. I love it. This feels very good, very powerful. And I'm excited because we're going to do the higher self, light, shadow, light. Wait, what am I saying? Light, shadow. Hold on. What is this deck called? The Light Seers deck. I think it's going to be just very, very positive. Like, and we have prosperity lies ahead, time to take action. So it's just like, have so much faith. Have so much faith. Move on that faith. Move on that confidence. Don't move like it could be ripped away from you or like you might not be doing it right, because you are. Oh, didn't know this flipped over. We got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're just saying, go after it. Go towards what you want to go towards. Be like impulsive, right? Take action. Be impulsive. Be delusional. Have fun with it. Be childlike with it. Because nothing can stop you. So why would you try to, dilute it or put yourself in a box? You know what I mean? That's been the tough cycle this whole time. Thinking you have to do things a certain way, show up a certain way in order to be successful, in order to be worthy of your dreams. And it's not that. You just have to show up, and that's it. Show up, have faith, and you're good. Oh, okay. That's a lot of cards. All right, well, let's talk about it. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, the Death card, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Beautiful. So with the Death card, we've got Scorpio energy there. But yeah, I definitely see an end to the overworking, the overcompensating, and also some of you may let people like kind of dog you out, right? Like especially if this is like if you work in a corporate environment and that's, where your purpose has taken you. Honestly, I think in any work environment there can be sort of a hierarchy and some people can abuse that power. Sometimes the hierarchy is just being there for longer. Sometimes it's literally like the position you're at. But either way, that's coming to an end. And for those of you that you're on the opposite end of the spectrum where you kind of like bully other people to get what you want, that's coming to an end as well. Either side of the spectrum, whatever energy you're in, it stems from fear. It stems from lack, from scarcity mindset, thinking if they get it, then I can't. Or if I don't appease this person, then they'll take me out, and then where will I be? Thinking, well, if I don't take it all on my own, these opportunities are going to go to someone else, or I won't be worthy of everything that I want in the future. That's just not true. These are outdated, old ways of thinking. And I just love it. We're breaking free from that because this does not serve anybody. I love it. I love it. Reclaiming your power. And what's beautiful, Two of Swords, Eight of Cups, you don't even see it coming. You guys may have been on edge recently, like maybe you have been wanting to quit your job or start over, or maybe even wanting to like take a step back and recognize like, you know what, this position where I'm taking on so much actually isn't fulfilling for me, so let me walk away from it. I definitely see walking away from something and a big transformation happening. This could be walking away from a certain job, a certain way of approaching work, the balance between work and personal life, the narrative you have surrounding your success, whatever. The guard is coming down, the transformation is occurring. It may be unexpected, but it's completely necessary, and I think it's going to be beautiful. And let's see what these two bat. Oh, 3. All right, we have the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups. Okay. All right. Yeah, the universe is encouraging us to look at things in a different way. Look at rest in a different way. Look at our own curiosity in a different way. And be okay with the fact that like sometimes it's okay to hesitate. Sometimes it's okay to have a slow approach with things. I just feel like this is going to be a whole narrative shift and realizing that you don't have to carry the burden, the pains of yesterday. You can tell those stories differently, Like say you grew up with not having all your needs met. Well, that lack is exactly what kind of inspired you to work so hard now. But understand that you're not running away or like trying to change that story anymore. You're already successful. You're already doing the best you can. And that's enough. Let yourself go towards this new way of being. Let it be easy. Let it be fulfilling for you. Your hard work is going to pay off. You are worthy. There's no need to doubt that anymore. Gorgeous. Alrighty, we are going to tap into the light energy now just to see, I don't know, just see what are the impacts of this full moon, how it's going to play out for us, the beauty that's going to come with it. Because honestly, this is very positive in and of itself, right? I think we're all ready for a new approach when it comes to work in general, especially in America. So I think it's beautiful. I think it's fierce. I'm here for it. All right, let's see what we got. Bottom of the deck. All right, we do have the Five of Cups. So yeah, another 5. This is definitely going to be a big transformative time for all of us, okay? But with the Five of Cups, allow yourself to have that mourning process, right? Because honestly, for me, I think what is the most hurtful part of this is being told all your life you have to sacrifice, you have to work hard, you have to, you know, put certain things on pause in order to make this work for you. And don't get me wrong, you guys, working hard is fierce. I love hard work. Like I just said, I have 4 Capricorn placements. I'm a hard worker. I can't even help myself, right? But I'm not pushing myself to the brink, you know? I'm not judging myself if I need to take a rest, okay? I'm allowing myself a day off. Actually, I'm about to book a facial and a massage because I deserve it, you know? But there's also that part of me that's like, well, yes, you should celebrate yourself, but what if, you know, what if that puts you in a financial situation? What if you need to spend that money on something else? You know what I mean? It's just like you can come with a million excuses as to why something may not be the right timing right now or whatever, or you could just go for it. Okay? But back to what I was originally saying. There is a mourning process in realizing the approaches, the things you were taught, the things you were told, the things you were believing are not actually true for you. Allow yourself to be upset with that because it is upsetting. You know, we were told if we do this, this, and this, we'll have that success. We'll have that security, that stability. We're realizing that's not true. So we have to define that for ourselves and choose how we want to show up. Honor that. Page of Pentacles is back with the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. I love it. We really are starting a new journey, planting new seeds that are surrounding fulfillment, happiness, teamwork, trust, and walking away from that is no longer in alignment. I love it. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. The impacts of this full moon. Let's see. All right, the Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming back around. All right, confirming that this is a new beginning when it comes to your stability, when it comes to your passion, what lights you up, right? And it's not to say that these things are changing, but I really do think the approach is changing. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like there's a lot more patience with it. Because sometimes when we want something to hurry up and happen, we will overcompensate, overwork, do too much, not know how to have a work-life balance. You know what I mean? But with the Knight of Pentacles, this is the slowest moving knight. He likes to take his time, make sure everything's in alignment, make sure everything's making sense. Because you got to recognize, like, you reap what you sow. So if you are planting seeds in a rushed way, it's messy, it's looking crazy, then those plants are going to grow and look a little crazy. But if you are taking your time, slowly planting things, again, you're still out there in the field, but you're not trying to rush through it and make it happen as quickly as possible just to say it's happening. You know what I mean? You're going to make it look nice. You're going to put your love, your intention into it. And then that will grow something that's even more beautiful for you. I love it. I don't care. I love it. That's funny. But I feel like that's what you guys are going to be saying. Like, you know, if someone's saying like, oh, well, this is kind of taking a while to pop off. Like, I don't care. I love it. This is what I'm passionate about. So I'm going to let it take its time. And again, I'm always quoting this Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull. I saw a TikTok with him and it like changed my life. I was so obsessed with it. He said, I know with social media nowadays and people going viral, it seems like things happen like that. And for some people, yeah, maybe it does. But for most people, I would say even the viral stuff, like it takes time for that stuff to come out, for it to get you where you want to be with success. And Pitbull said, the longer it takes you to get there, the longer you're going to be there. So don't be in a rush, okay? And recognize like your hard work is paying off. There's certain things you got to learn. There's certain lessons. Because if you got everything you wanted and then you weren't prepared to keep it, you'd be pissed. You know? Okay, let's see. All right. Spirit's letting you know it's going to happen for you. Okay. Also, like, know that, like, all the energy, all the hard work that you're putting into something is going to pay off. That's just how the universe works. What you put out is what you get back. That's why you want to be particular about that hard work you're putting into it. What's the energy? What's the mood that you're going into it with? Are you getting annoyed? Are you feeling overworked? Are you feeling like, oh, I have to do this, right? You don't want that energy going into something. You want to be grateful, joyful, excited. Okay? The Spirit's letting you know your dreams are going to come true. Something is meant for you, something is fate, right? Something is your truth and it's going to come through. So just have trust. Okay? And Spirit's saying it's not just for you, right? Recognize that. Recognize that the work you're doing, yes, it's your purpose, it's your path, but it's not just for you, because there's so much that happens when someone chooses to follow their heart and their soul. Okay? Not only does it, it's fulfilling for you, but it also amplifies that energy here on earth. So it's kind of like when you throw rock into a river and it ripples out. So you choosing to go on your path ripples out to others, right? It ripples out hope, it ripples out faith. Someone somewhere else one day is going to wake up and decide, you know what, let me go towards what actually matters to me. That's going to be your impact. So it's not just for you, it's for all of us. So thank you for that. It's huge. I love it. All right, we have the Hanged Man, the Devil. Again, I'm telling you, this Capricorn energy is strong with the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to, right, letting our fears hold us back, we're changing that up. We're going to look at it in a new light. We're going to sit with it, right? Because it's not about shaming these parts of ourselves or being like, I can't believe society made me think that I had to show up this way. It's not about pointing the fingers and the blame, because at the end of the day, you chose to listen to it and believe it, right? And I say it like that because I'm not going to let you give your power away to society or your parents or whatever had you shown up in whatever way wasn't working for you, right? But we're going to sit with that version of us, sit with it and understand it. And then we're going to surrender. We're going to surrender to the universe. We're going to surrender and allow people to help us, allow the universe to guide us, and recognize that this is my path, this is my purpose. I may not know what the next step is going to lead to or what this is going to look like unfolding, but I have faith and trust. And I know if I need something, the universe is going to help me out. And I surrender to that. Recognize that the divine has got you. Have fun. Okay? Oh, okay. Immediately. Fierce. All right. We have the Five of Swords and the Lovers. Yeah. This is like the balance that's needing to happen here. Recognize that it doesn't have to be you versus the world or you overpowering anybody to get where you want to be, but it's about how can you lean into love more? How can you lean into your heart, your soul, your joy, your gratitude more? Those are the energies, those are the vibrations you want to be on. Because again, you reap what you sow. So if you're putting in that negative energy and you're taking everybody out on your way to the top, trust and believe there's going to be someone coming after you. Okay? Maybe 10 days from now, 10 years from now, whatever. But it's like what they say in the relationships, how you get them is how you lose them. You know what I mean? So allow your heart to be the guide. Don't let your fear get the best of you. And anyone that tries to come at you with this sideways energy, kill them with kindness, kill them with compassion. Have so much faith and love that it's kind of questionable to people. And they're like, how am I not getting to them? Right? Because I don't think it's like a malicious thing, especially if it's loved ones who just want you to be successful or just want to make sure you're doing good. Like, I don't think they're asking these questions or suggesting certain approaches to diminish you, but it's just because of the wavelength they're on. You know what I mean? Like, what's a good example? Like, It's almost like, I don't know why this is what's coming to my head, but it's like you can't expect a blind person to see the world how you see it. They're just in a different space. You know what I mean? It doesn't invalidate their experience, but you're not going to let it invalidate yours either. Simple. Yeah, don't let the pain of the past, don't let overthinking, don't let rejection, whatever, get you to forget who you are and how the universe supports you. Because that's what's happened in the past here. You forget who you are. You get so focused on my goals, my dreams, where I want to be, what I want to manifest, that you forget that you're already there. You're just watching it unfold in front of you. So have fun with that. All right. I love it. Four of Swords, Six of Cups. This is where we're going to close. Well, not close the reading, but close this part of it. I love this. How you're moving in the future is going to be so healing for your inner child. Not only your inner child, but like your parents' inner child, society's inner child, the inner child of those that never claimed their power. You're doing it. And I know it's hard. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But it's like at this point, you got to choose your heart. Is it hard to have faith? Yes, but it's also very hard to live in fear. So you're making a choice for yourself. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing your own safety, your own comfort. And you're allowing yourself to move forward with confidence with that. It's beautiful. Proud of you. Love it. All right. We are going to close it out with just a couple more oracle cards, just to see what other bits of advice and guidance Spirit may have for us. But yeah, it's time to go towards your dreams and your goals fully and completely, and recognize whatever that approach looks like for you is perfect. It's not about what other people want to see from you or what other people are doing or what's working for other people. The difference between you and them is that you're a totally different person. So what works for someone else may not work for you. What used to work for you may not work for you anymore because you've grown and evolved. You grow and evolve every single day. So give yourself the grace to own that and have fun in that unfolding and developing of yourself and your goals. All right, final bit of advice for us, please and thank you, Spirit. Oh, yeah. Just two. All right. All right, we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon, and we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. I love it. They're letting you know that everyone's going to win. Everything's going to be okay. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. You don't have to overwork. You don't have to lean into fear and doubt. None of that needs to happen here. You can have a balanced approach, which is encouraged with this Libra energy, and things will work out. I love it. Leaning into faith and fun. That's what we need to do here. All right, that is our full moon in Capricorn reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this resonated, let me know with a like, leave a comment down below, and definitely subscribe to the channel. All of that helps the channel grow, helps people find the videos, which helps my business thrive. Thank you so much. And if you guys want more out of these full moon readings, new moon readings, sign up for my newsletter. That's going to be on my website, linked down below in the description box. But whenever I send these readings out on my newsletter, I always pair it with a ritual and another full moon, new moon energy healing video. So that could be like a Reiki video, a yoga video, something I find on YouTube that I think will pair with this nicely. So if you want more out of your full moon, new moon readings, definitely sign up for my newsletter. But if you want more content, I've got all of my social media. All my social media down below. Also on my website, you can book a personal reading, a healing ceremony, any of that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy full moon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.